I was whatever day it was earlier this week. I hadn't eaten anything all day, and I was pretty hungry.
Blood sugar was low.
Yeah, I could kind of tell, you know, because what are the signs when your blood sugar gets low?
You get dizzy.
Yeah, you're dizzy.
You're dizzy. Your tongue is real dry.
Okay,
I feel like.
We just need,
What did it mean?
well, I need you to
saying.
confirm.
Hell, I don't know.
They've told
I got
you
slow.
that
I
you're-
don't know.
Yeah, they've told you.
If I'm
that
anything,
you're-
I'm high.
Okay.
I got.
Well, mine was getting low.
And that's when you start
You're
jitter.
high.
You know, yeah.
What you been smoking?
Well, it's early.
I think it's the
Insulin.
same thing. Smoking insulin out of a bulb.
Oh God. But I could tell I was getting hungry because I was getting angry at little things. You know, I'm always angry when I drive because people don't know how.
Plus, he hadn't pooped yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I pulled into a gas station, and at the corner there, they had a tent that said boiled peanuts.
Bull goobs.
And I thought, nah. But then I thought, I'm hungry, you know.
Then you smelled that salt. You
Yeah.
was like,
And so I was
Smell
like, let
that.
me ease over here and see what's happening, you know.
like you didn't know what was happening.
I was thinking to say, did
That's
you
the
need
bull
more
peanut.
information
You
on
didn't
the
know
bull peanut?
exactly what was happening.
So I pull over there, and there's a lady, or like a woman. She's definitely not a lady, but like a woman,
Gotta be
female, waiting to get some. And I pull up in the truck, and I don't get out. I just kind of eyeball it, and I'm probably from here to you guys, probably about 10 feet away.
Behind the woman.
Yeah. I pulled
kind of
right
tattoo
up.
Truck
she
is
have?
in line.
Yeah, like drive-through service. Yeah. And people started lining up behind my truck. But I pulled up, and I noticed that there were two guys running the booth or stand.
Oh, yeah.
Trailer.
It takes two people to do bull
Oh,
peanuts.
yeah.
You can't do it by yourself.
Right. And when I saw these guys, I knew, it takes two to make this thing go. Because the one guy was in a motorized chair, you know, like a wheeled chair with wheels on it and a battery.
Which that's
And-
good for
So this
moving
was
around.
a tent. This was
Yeah,
actually.
it was a tent. Just somebody had popped up with a table and a big
Crock
vat.
pot.
Big
Yeah.
crock
big,
pot.
big old crock pot.
A cauldron.
7 crock pots going, overloading a power strip. But I pulled up and I noticed he was in a wheelchair and he didn't have no. What is this bone?
Legs.
That's a shin.
Yeah, he didn't have no shin bones on either side,
There's two of them, but
and no
tibia
feet,
maybe?
no shoes, no nothing. Just here up was him. And I thought, well, maybe he's a veteran or something.
Had an accident.
Yeah, boiled peanut accident. But then I saw, and I was like, well, whatever. Then I saw his partner, and he had a hook hand.
It sounds like these guys might have been friends for a long time and seen some
They
shit.
might have been together years ago whenever what happened.
Yeah.
He had a hook hand, and he was trying to hold the peanuts.
pot. Oh.
Yeah,
You can
It's-
poke a hole in it.
I didn't stay long in it. Once I saw both of those things, I was like, nah, I'll go somewhere else. I'll risk it at a damn KFC.
You
before
wasn't
I'm
that hungry after all. was you?
I
And
said,
that's-
if you want to see him again, Wednesday at the Pickens Jockey Lot, they
yeah.
got a booth up there.
They'll be there.
They'll
They'll
be
be
right
there.
there.
That's basically what happened. Is I saw him and I was like, I'm not real hungry. Lost my appetite.
My appetite's gone.
Yeah, and not that when you see a disabled person, you lose your appetite. But I do.
You was looking for the bull peanut that was run by the suit and tie kind of guy, right?
Yeah, or at least a fully figured, a full appendage person.
So if it had been just hook hand, would you have still gotten peanuts?
I doubt it because he was stirring them with his hook.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't have got that either.
Yeah.
that was the one of the most alarming things. Is he was just because hell, it's hot, and he don't need a damn.
Yeah, it
They
didn't
call
burn
them
his
hot
hand.
boiled peanuts. So
stirring them up in there.
Oh.
And it wasn't like people with hook hands. Their hooks just
hook.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not
This
like
guy-
a full round hook. It's
This
more
guy
like
like
a,
quick attached a damn ladle to his thing, so he was just stirring and scooping
Oh,
with
that's
it.
what I'm talking about.
And I thought, now that's some ingenuity.
There's ingenuity there. You just
Quick
have
connect.
different attachments for whatever you're doing, and you just
He's
During
like,
the week, that guy works at a pulpwood place.
in a fireworks stand. What was the cartoon in the 80s that what was a cartoon in the 80s
Transition this way.
He looked at you like,
Like I'm on no.
Yeah, you remember the 80s.
20 years before you was born.
I watched
Yeah.
Boomerang.
it was these guys. It was like I think it was 3 guys, and they had like I don't know if they were suits or like body parts, but they could like quick attach stuff to them.
I'm talking about Inspector Gadget.
No,
Okay.
that was kind of, but not that one. It was
Well,
like
Captain Caveman. Now he pulls stuff out of his beard. Whatever he needed was always in his beard.
okay.
That was fun.
You're talking about a trio?
Yeah, it was like
Like the
quick
3
attach force or like galactic quick attachments or something.
Are you talking about a spinoff of Power Rangers?
No, I'll figure out what it was. But they could like put hold on.
Things.
Yeah, I don't remember the cartoon you're referring to.
Yeah.
I was kind of past
Yeah.
cartoons at that time.
Well, you never get too old for cartoons.
We was working,
Yeah.
So
Kind of had like full-time jobs and stuff.
Hey, don't forget about cartoons. You guys may have had far less stress if you'd watched some cartoons
Well, now,
back in the day.
that's what Saturday mornings used to be all about.
oh yeah,
It was cartoons until noon when
wrestling. When wrestling came on.
Mid-Atlantic Championship
Wrestling,
wrestling.
that's right.
Come on.
It came on
at
at
noon.
noon?
Oh yeah,
during
at
the
noon.
week.
No, it's
No,
on
Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday.
You got up early. You woke up early on Saturday morning to get ready for cartoons. Turn them on, because you gonna cartoon till 12 when wrestling comes on.
Now, who were the
Mid-Atlantic Champions? Johnny Weaver and George Becker
Okay.
would take on Rip Holt and Sweet Hansen, and it was a bloodbath.
Well, they
It
get well, they get what is it? Getting color every week.
Yeah.
Were they cutting every week, bleeding out?
Oh yeah, that's why like Rip
Maybe
Holt's
blade.
got all these scars on his forehead. They got
Oh,
the little
yeah.
razor
Like a-
blade.
They bleed every week.
Wharf, like that 7:30 hamburger.
That's what Worf
meat.
was doing.
Yeah. Worf took a real one to the head. It looks like.
I don't know what these guys were called. The Centurions.
Okay, didn't watch them.
Nah,
no.
we
No, that was.
But they were cool, and they could. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Cartoons.
Well, they just had different attachments.
Yeah.
for
Like the
different-
ladle
quick
attach.
utensils.
Yeah.
quick
and
attach.
getting stuff out of their beard.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Now I could do that.
Yeah, I feel like I might grow my beard out just so I can do that.
I could had a sweet little dab of meth probably up in here.
Yeah, like a
Or
little dime
sweet little
bag or
Debbie.
something.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably little pieces of little Debbie.
Little
in there.
Debbie wouldn't last long. You know, sweet little dab of meth would last till I found someone to buy it. Because I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, you can find somebody quick around here. I bet.
Oh yeah.
Just
I know
saying.
6 or 7 people off the top of my head that I don't know for sure that they do meth, but I would put a lot of money on it that they do.
The evidence points that way.
Yeah.
When you we stopped at Walmart and Cave gonna run in and get something, so I sit in the truck, you know, and I'm serious. And we at Walmart, and I cannot believe some of the people that get out.
And once again, knowing that you were sitting in a truck in Walmart parking lot, did you get your phone out and take any video?
No.
There, you have failed us again.
Well, what got me messed up is I was listening to the podcast on Kay's truck, you know, but it's through his phone.
Yep. Bluetooth.
So so I'm listening to the podcast through Kay's phone, which is cool. Until Kay walks in the store with his phone in his pocket.
Yeah.
And then it just goes dark. Nobody's saying nothing.
Yeah, you sitting in silence.
So, I was just sitting there and, not thinking, well, just turn to the channel or something. No, watch these people get out of this car right here.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, they pull up and the driver gets out and she's 62 years old and dressing like she's 22.
Oh God.
And then she gets out, and they all do the same
Somebody's
thing.
grandma.
All women do the same thing. Oh, well, all fat women do the same thing when
There
they
we
get
go.
out.
Yep.
They reach down and pull up their britches like this right here,
Oh yeah, like they're fighting it. Like
yeah,
like a
yeah,
damn
and then-
snake on
then
their
they do
damn belt
this.
loop.
I guess they adjusted that bra or something. And, oh, Lord, she's ugly when she's tatted up and short shorts on. And, oh, my gosh,
Looking like
what's
a
going to get
damn
out
Sturgis.
next? And
Sturgeon.
then the passenger door opens, and then the young girl gets out, and, she's probably, I don't know, she's 25 or 28 or something like that.
Taking right after mama, huh?
Oh, yeah. And got these short shorts on and this short shirt and a fat belly sticking out. And tatted up everywhere.
The crop top.
And and she does the same thing.
Just
I don't know. That's a ritual, I guess, before you can go in Walmart or something.
That's the Walmart pre ritual.
think
But
Walmart
then, that's not bad enough. All right. Then one of the back doors open. And here gets out Mongo Jerry, I guess. And he's long hair, black T-shirt with some kind of saying on it or something. I don't know what it is. With his long chain hooked to his wallet, you know.
Just in case it gets loose.
Yeah, you
That'll
know.
happen to you in Walmart.
you got to be careful.
Now, how bad can this get? And then the other door opens. And here comes the sloth. He gets
boss.
out. And that's what he looks like. And
Final
he stands
boss.
up. And he got beard. And it ain't been trimmed or nothing in 7 years. And he's tatted up.
Straight up
and
matted.
he gets out. And he puts his hat on. And he pulls his ponytail
Out of his head.
through his back hat, and the ponytail's pink on the end. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So I rolled up the window and I kind of ducked down in the truck.
That's the Walmart sideshow.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
talking
didn't want
about,
to show
boy.
up missing, and you know.
Well, that's why they got rid of freak shows.
Yep.
Oh
They don't need them anymore.
Well,
They
yeah.
just go to Walmart.
Go
Yep.
to Walmart. Man, you got to put people in cages. Ain't got to do none of that. Bearded lady.
I hate going to
There are
Walmart.
4 of those at Walmart.
I try to go, if I have to go, I try to go really early in the morning, like right when they open. When it's for, they still have a sign on the door that says for at risk only or seniors. And I walk in, they'll be like, "Oh, sir, this is for at risk only." I'm like, "Bitch, look at me, I got diabetes," you know.
Pre-diagnosed.
And they're like, "Oh, all right, well, come on in."
It's on the
But no
way.
one's there most of the time. But I hate going in there. I was in, like Dad was saying, we went yesterday, and all I had to grab was like 2 things. So I'm walking
Never
with
that
this
simple.
some guy
Never.
peels out in front of me with his buggy. You know, doesn't say anything. This was right out in front of me, and he's got a mask on, which I had a mask on, but it was a normal like ski mask.
Squirrel mask.
Yeah,
That's what they call the
but
mask.
he had
fold.
a mask. That you we wear when you cut grass.
I usually wear shorts and a shirt and earplugs and stuff.
Exactly, but you don't wear no mask because
No,
you ain't
I
no
don't
bitch.
respirator.
Yeah. This guy was wearing one of them grass cutting masks because he evidently is a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell are you doing? Because the mask is not sealed. It's like there's a hole here, there's a hole here, and here. I'm like, this isn't doing you any good, fam. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, dude, if you can smell a fart through your mask, you
I
don't think you can
laughed.
get a virus through
I
your
was
mask?
watching a baseball game yesterday evening, and there's a guy right behind home plate there in about the second or third row. And he was sort of like, maybe like number 3 that got out of the car, with long, stringy hair, big old mustache, and I assume he had a beard. We couldn't really see it. But he had on a multicolored tie-dye, the yellow,
Oh, yeah,
orange,
like a
pink,
Grateful
blue,
Dead.
kind of like the rainbow thing. And he was wearing a mask.
Oh yeah,
And it was the rainbow type color. But he sat there the whole game that I watched and only had the mask covering his mouth.
Yeah.
Left
Yeah.
his nose exposed.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
And, I'm thinking, why doesn't somebody go talk to this guy and say, do you realize that there's millions of people watching this TV program and they're all pointing at you going, looking at that dumb son of a bitch right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
With
are
a
you doing, buddy?
mask on and not even covering up his nose. What's he thinking?
It's always
Was he a
half
fat
a
guy?
safe.
Was he fat?
No, he wasn't fat. He's normal.
I was gonna say if he was fat, he probably don't even use his nose for breathing.
That's right. He's
Probably a mouth
breather.
breather. Yep.
Mhm.
And he just uses his nose
But
to figure
still,
out where that food
them
is.
cooties will get up in that nose.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just Walmart is a damn disaster, and evidently baseball games are turning into disasters.
They are.
You know, but I don't like. I didn't get any boiled peanuts.
No. No, I wouldn't have either.
I said no.
Oh.
I said no, thank you.
No, I'm good.
But the lady was walking off, and I'm realizing everything as she's finishing up. And he's like, "Hey, what can I help you with?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Nothing.
I'm good.
Never
Nothing
mind.
at all.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I don't want you ladling out my boiled peanuts with your ladle.
Just stirring them up.
Yeah. We used to work with a guy who would do that. He would stir chili with his finger on the grill. Like he's warming it up on the side burner.
On a little pan, he just stir
Yeah.
it with his finger.
He had dang hands look like a bear
He had fire-resistant bare hands.
It looked like someone cut the laces out between a baseball mitt,
Yeah.
and he just
Straight up index fingered it, boy.
yeah, and it was not good at all. But he was enormous.
He was, and I think that's why he couldn't feel his hands, actually.
Yeah.
Blood never made it to him.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of blood in there, I feel like. Like, if you would have cut one of them, my God.
If he'd have accidentally cut his finger, it'd have been like, psst.
Yeah, it'd been like a hydraulic line.
It just blew out everywhere, and then his finger would slowly just start deflating like a balloon.
Speaking of his hand and stuff like that, me and Earl went to see a comedy show at a big auditorium, and
I can't. I'm gonna let you tell it. I can't tell it.
we sensitive.
Well, was the comedy show funny?
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time we
wasn't
do
as
one,
hilarious as
advertising.
It's a
the previous show, but I mean,
See?
Well, that's the thing you got to look out for, because there's always something that's gonna,
Yeah.
The show's good, but there's always something that's gonna be like, okay, that made it worth it. That truly made it worth it.
see, I mean, we went to a comedy show, and we around here, me and Earl, we don't go sit down. Everybody's sitting down. Me and Earl, we at the back acting like
We worked there.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like we work
Come
there,
on in.
and showing
Right this
people,
way.
and seeing people we know, or people Earl knows. Nobody know me,
Yeah.
so
It's like when me and Josh go plays. Hey, Josh,
Yeah.
who's that fat guy?
Right.
You don't want to.
So it gets
security
time for the
guard.
show, and so everybody's sitting down, except me and Earl, and say, well, we better go on down here and sit down in our seat, and we done found our seat and sit there for about 2 seconds, then got up and, so we know where our
Just so
seats
you
are
knew.
at.
Yeah.
We had to check the view and the acoustics, so we sat
right.
there for a few seconds. Said, "Well, this will work."
This
Now
seems
let's
to be
fine.
all right.
This
So,
is fine.
and then we got up, wandered around, until they told us, hey, they sell beer up there. So, oh, no, let's go sit down real quick. So we went and sat in our seat, and boy, like I say, we sensitive to all people, But in front of us, is this man, and he you can tell he's a yuppie. I mean, he's got like I don't know, like
Is he like
yellow
like,
shorts
is he like
on.
The, is
with
he
a
like the Atlanta yuppie, or is he like a Lake Kiwi yuppie?
Lake Kiwi. He
I
got
know.
his yellow
Probably got
shorts
some boat
on
shoes
with a
on.
white belt and his boat
Nautica.
shoes. Yeah,
Nautica.
and like a pink shirt.
He got it all at belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He got it all
exactly.
at belt.
Exactly.
Summer season at Belt.
That's right.
And so me and Earl sit down, and this gentleman's in front of us, sitting with 3 or 4 people he knows and everything,
Yeah, there was a group of them.
But he's not directly in front of me. He's 2 seats over from me, in front of me. I mean, he's 1 seat over from Earl in front of
So
me.
if you were sitting the same way as me in my angle right now, he's a row in front and to your right.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
you.
All right. But and I'm acting like like you're supposed to.
No,
No.
no, don't believe that.
We know that's not right.
Yeah. We heard the stutter when he started. We
Yeah.
said, nah.
You knew his line right there.
Anyway, this fella sitting in front of us, and I don't know. In my mind, what happened to him is, he was on the mighty Mississippi on one of them paddle ships, and he got hung up in the paddle because he got little bitty arms. I mean, his arms start about where my elbows are at, and his hands are right there too.
Oh,
So little bitty, little
got
bitty arms and hands.
But they
right
aren't fully developed now.
no, this
They-
is
that's
it's
probably-
like a 6-year-old arms and hands, or
probably
a 4-year-old arms and hands.
well,
Yeah,
that's probably like a that's probably like a birth thing. I mean, I don't know if a paddle could shrink your arm.
I don't either, but I'm just saying in my mind that's what I'm thinking.
That would
And
be
I'm
cooler.
picturing this guy in
That'd be
the way he's dressed right now. In that paddle on the mighty Mississippi,
Yeah,
and him
he's
flopping around,
like in a
and his arms
sailboat.
just going, So anyway, that ain't bad enough. But and see, I'm kind kind of easing back in my seat and getting here and said, "Uh-oh, this ain't gonna be good."
Pointing, and
it's
he's pointing the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you have to.
But then Earl, I mean, he just won't shut up about it. And now he got me horse laughing back here on this row, and I'm looking this way to keep from looking at that guy, so that guy don't know I'm laughing at him.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So Earl won't shut up.
Yeah.
Well, you were at a comedy show, so if anything, you had the
And it was
perfect
comedy,
camouflage.
and
It,
Like-
it was. It was.
He's what he's trying to get. He's eventually going to get to the fact that they went and you're talking about the beer. They went and got this guy a beer,
Stop. You stop
an
it.
unopened
Stop
beer,
it.
an unopened
Stop it.
beer.
You stop it right
They
now.
didn't
And it's one of
open it
them
for him?
16-ounce tall
Yeah,
beers.
tall, big, Bud Ice. Or
Yeah, something like
That
that.
beer was longer than his arm?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
And he
What
had
are
that
we
little bitty
doing?
hand trying to
What are
hold
we
that
doing?
beer. Like a
What
4-year-old
are we
hand trying to
doing?
hold that beer, you know. And
He's holding it with both hands.
Oh, my God.
so
Well, can
listen,
they
this is
even
what it looks
try?
like. He's trying to drink that beer like this, and then his hand's right there, and he's trying to get to it. I mean, his hand can't arm can't go no further, and his head can't go no further. He's trying to get right there, gets it right in the right there when he leans back and drinks that beer.
Oh,
And I'm trying to behave and maintain my composure, but Buddy won't quit laughing at him. and pointing.
Ryan.
And
I
I'm
mean,
like,
let's be honest. This is like Act 3 of the
Yeah.
play.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
don't care who's up on the stage doing whatever comedy you're talking about, buddy. This is Act 3 of it.
Yeah,
Like, we're on the beer section.
You need to bring this little fella up because he's getting all kind of laughs and ain't nobody knowing about it. Was it a normal sized person other than the arm?
He was normal sized
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
other than his arms.
Well, God bless that fella, because my goodness.
But when we first noticed him, we couldn't help but think of y'all.
Oh,
Now, when this story
Yeah.
gets told,
I'm just saying.
oh Lord,
Well,
See, the bad part about it is when you know you look at the guy and you laugh a little bit, cause it's funny, but then you think, well, he was born that way, whatever, and then your mind reverts to the stuff that you don't want to think about. Like, how the hell did he pull up his pants?
how does he do any? You start thinking about all the things you normally do every day that you don't even really
That you
think
take-
about.
that you
How's he
take
buckle
for
that
granted.
belt?
How does
I mean,
you
he got to
take.
bend over at the waist to get to his belt.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
yeah.
How's he
Oh,
pick
that
his
makes-
nose? I mean, I see these things. You just start going through your brain right
I
there.
don't want to think about that because.
So
that'd
Buddy
be
starts
difficult.
naming off all these
Yeah.
things.
So how's he wipe his eyes, Earl? So how's all these things? And
He's got help. I hope.
see, and so
So everybody around us thinks that we think the comedian up there is just
and
hilarious.
he
Oh,
ain't
he's
started
killing it.
yet.
Oh, he's
We
killing it.
ain't seen him yet.
This is the opener. He's not
Yeah.
supposed to get that many laughs.
Maybe that guy, maybe he forgot him, but maybe he normally has two of those little gopher grabbers, the things.
Now that
You
would
know,
be
he could
quick
he could do a lot. Yeah, he could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah. I mean,
but so he didn't have no elbows.
No.
It was just
Well,
arms
kind of,
and-
yeah.
Well, he could have, but you couldn't
elbow.
see him because he was up at his shoulder. I mean,
Yeah.
so
was it just shrunk? Was it like a
They were just deformed.
just
yeah.
baby arm?
look, this guy's probably 45 years old or so. Okay,
Damn.
but his arms, just his arms, from right here down, they quit growing when he was 4.
No, they quit growing in the womb.
Oh, so
I mean,
I was gonna say there's a big difference between a 4-year-old and a newborn's arm. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna have to narrow it down.
yeah.
just
But
kidding.
just
I
imagine
don't need
that.
to-
Just imagine if Earl was right and they grew like they sprouted, but didn't grow anymore.
That's probably what happened.
Well, that's what they
probably
look
what
like. They
happened.
sprouted and just stopped growing.
Yeah, the baby was born and
And needless to say, he didn't have no watch or rings on or nothing. You
No, I
know,
bet
they
not.
just
Oh yeah, y'all would have lost your
and
mind
see,
if you had
Buddy
a damn
kept pointing
Rolex
all this
on.
out to me,
Yeah.
and me trying to maintain my composure. And
I'm trying to act like a normal
and him
citizen.
over there talking about all the things he can or can't do, and how does he do, and I'm saying, like, Buddy, hush. No, we got to keep talking.
if I'm that guy, I lean into it, right?
Yeah.
I don't,
Well, you embrace it. You have to
Yeah.
embrace it. Everybody's got,
well, you have to
some
embrace
shit.
it. One, you don't have a choice.
Well, yeah, but then number 2, I think I think I would have to.
I would wear like a Batman watch and like a ring pop, like a lollipop.
No, I'd take it to the 10th degree. I'd buy a Rolex. I'd buy a child-size Rolex.
Okay.
And I'd have it, however many, damn brackets they got to take off for it to fit my damn arm. I'd have them do it.
Yeah.
And they'd be flexing.
I can't
over
imagine, dude. Just, here you go. And the mother's like, well,
What happened?
y'all forget something in there?
They're like, we don't know. You the one who baked this. What you mean?
Yeah, you didn't have all the ingredients, I don't think, Nancy. So that one's on you.
Short on the growth powder, huh?
But it started out. This whole episode started out even before that.
Oh, shit.
And you was with us on that when we went to the restaurant before the show.
Damn. Yeah. There was a damn Heffalump in there. She was not doing well, brother. When you get Dad and Earl together, and you haven't seen it yet, outside of this setting. But we've been out to eat a couple times, and then we're gonna go to the beach, do a remote. You'll get to witness it firsthand because these guys are live wires.
That's right. It's like the opposite wires, like ones that you hit together, like when you try to jump off a car.
Yep.
All we do is
Speak the
observe our surroundings
And speak the truth.
and speak the truth about what's going on. And I mean,
That's all you can do.
there ain't nothing made up, nothing. We don't pull no punches. It's just, do you see what's going on?
And
here
we
around us?
don't try to hurt anybody's feelings unless it's appropriate.
Yeah,
I mean,
unless they
so-
deserve it.
Warranted.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I feel like, just from seeing it, and you'll be the final judge whenever you see it, live.
Yeah.
Is
Live action.
the roles that we have here are reversed.
Oh.
Because we're normally the ones saying the most outlandish shit. And then when we get out in public, it flips, and they're not saying outlandish shit. They're observing things and then calling them out.
Poking them out, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
We
then-
just camera shy. That's all.
that's all
That's
it is.
right.
Well,
But we're about to the age where, when we go somewhere, and observe and do things, we're about to the age now, we don't give a damn. I mean,
Yeah.
what you going to shoot, shoot
You
me
gonna throw
out?
us out? Hell,
Right.
we've been
Yeah.
thrown in some bad places.
Yeah.
That's
So,
out
I
of
mean,
the waitress that we had was,
dumpling.
yeah, that's a good way to
That
put
was
it.
her name?
yeah.
It might as well have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dumpling.
She was not. There wasn't a lot good about her.
Well, that's unfortunate, man, because
She was as tall laying down as she was standing up.
Yeah.
Bingo. And she had some pink hair,
Yeah.
and she had clothes that didn't fit.
And almost a full set of teeth. Almost.
Oh, yep. Getting close to it.
dumpling.
And
I can see this. You guys are
she
painting a
came
good
to the
picture.
table
The
and
picture's getting clearer.
Picture's getting
Yeah.
clear.
she
And
asked-
remember this too. Her boyfriend, Roro, back there, he's the cook.
yeah.
One of those establishments.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. So
And so she comes to the table and says, "Hey, what can I get you guys to eat?" And Dad says, "Well, I'll take a hamburger steak." She says, he says smothered with tomatoes and whatever you smother it with,
Smothered in
whatever
gravy.
Onions.
It's just-
Onions
oh, gravy. Yeah.
and gravy. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Drowning.
yeah. And he gives an observation like that, tells her, and she's like, "All right," and writes it down. And then she goes to Earl, and Earl said, "Well, I'm gonna make it difficult on you. I'm gonna have the same thing, but I don't want no damn onion nowhere near that.
no
sumbitch."
stinking, slimy, stinking.
I swear to
onion
God.
nowhere near my
There's
plate.
an onion
Just like that.
on this plate.
Yeah.
I understand, Earl. I'm that way with that stuff.
Wasn't even happy about mine being cooked in the same room with them onions.
Yeah, that's what he told her. He said, "Go cook mine next door."
Go to a different restaurant.
Yeah. So they order theirs, and then she comes to me and she says, "What can I get for you?" I was like, "I'll just have some steak fingers."
That's the way you said it too.
Yeah.
Just steak
Super
fingers.
sauce.
I don't
said,
know who these two guys are, but
Would you like some? Would you like a salad or anything? I said, "No, just steak fingers, please."
Steak fingers.
Like you done
Steak
something
fingers in the
wrong.
water.
Yeah.
No ice.
Because now I'm at the
Steak
point
fingers.
where I'm thinking, well, here's how this could go. She could be a good sport, and everything could be just fine. Luckily, she was. Or I give people some shit now. I give them some shit. But when it comes to them making my food,
Yeah.
I'm a little more weary.
You take your chances when you mess around in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll
So-
admit to that.
They got a lot of control that you don't know about.
Yes. And so now I'm thinking, let me just back clean up here and maybe try to not get
Smooth this
spit in
over.
any of our food. Because if there's one lady we don't want spitting in our food, it's Dumpling.
No, yeah.
Because she is going to spit something that you can't wipe off.
Bring something home with you, boy, and not leftovers.
And luckily, she was a good sport. Everything was fine. And
We think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hadn't been to the doctor since.
Yeah, I
was gonna
start
say,
saying,
let's be
you know,
honest,
not
I
yet.
Can't
so.
tell with that gravy.
Yeah. So, and everything was fine. Food was good. Food was actually a lot better than I thought it was.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, I fully expected it to be. What are the meals in the Army where you warm up out in the field?
The MRE.
MREs.
Yeah, I fully expected
Earl was
it
in
to
the
be
Navy.
that.
He wasn't in the Army. Navy.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, they only do it in the Army, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We have what we
eat.
call sea rations.
Yeah,
There we go.
because they have to open theirs on the sea, not out in the field.
I got
So-
you. Okay. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we have kitchens on our boats. We ain't no peasants like the Army. They can't pop up a damn griddle. But I fully
fire.
expected it to be an MRE out of a pack, just warmed up in a microwave, and it was better than I thought.
Hey,
But
that
I
happens sometimes, you know.
don't know about y'all, but I don't plan on going back.
Well, no, I'm not
didn't-
headed that way
I-
anytime
Uh-uh.
soon. I mean,
No time soon.
But I would imagine that. Oh, and the best part about it was, is Dumpling told us, you know, we're Dad and Earl's doing their thing, and I'm just, steak fingers, please. And she says, yeah, what did she say? I got fired from my last job.
yeah.
No, she quit.
She
quit
quit her
her
last
last
job.
job.
I say that's,
Yeah.
okay. That's better. Better.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
then we had a conversation amongst the three of us and said, "You not the kind of bitch needs to be quitting a job. You get one, you better hold on for
Hang on
dear
tight.
life." Yeah. Because they ain't many coming your way with your pink hair, your misfitting clothes, lack of teeth, and your personality.
And
Most
here's the
personality.
thing I thought about, and I think me and Earl talked about. She quit her last job to become a waitress at this restaurant.
Right.
So what was her last job?
God,
I
I
mean,
hope
she-
it was a
and-
waitress at a shittier restaurant.
Well, either there she's one that drives
Maybe she's
around and picks
moving
up
on
dead
up,
dogs
you
and
know?
carcasses on side of
Yeah.
the road or something. I don't know.
She could have been the CFO for Bank of America or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, don't really know.
That wouldn't surprise me because most people I know that work at Bank of America is assholes.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And this lady
asshole.
wasn't. She was fine. Never mind. She wasn't fine. She was.
She was a good sport, though.
There we
She-
go. Yeah.
She had a good attitude about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
We
about.
had a little bit of fun
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can have.
until we
some
got
days.
to the dang show, and Buddy started making fun of it again. And it was like,
It wouldn't have been so bad, but in this restaurant we was eating at, all across all the wall, everywhere were records from 1922 to 1992.
yeah.
You know.
Y'all in the damn diner, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just everywhere on the walls, and
Album after album after album.
oh yeah, and there's people like Slim Whitman, and
Yeah.
Whoever
Cole
that guy.
Porter.
yeah, and
Dale Tuggums.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wait a minute. My eyes twitching.
Mine does that.
You have a
sometimes.
stroke?
Honestly, I think sometimes I might be having a stroke.
Like,
Or mini strokes.
Yeah.
But I'm just too fucking powerful for them to affect me. Anyway, it's gonna keep twitching. I was watching a video the other day, and it was like a rap concert, and it was just like a brief portion of it. But the video was of the main guy up here rapping, but in the foreground there was a sign language interpreter doing the thing.
Oh, you got to have that in rap. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought to myself initially, because everybody's, she's doing a good job. It's a lady who's doing her thing, and she's getting into it, and
Well, dude, I saw one of those ladies that kept up with Tech Nine once, and it was awesome.
yeah.
And I was like,
Well, my thing is you probably just need that to be like a part of the show. You don't need to necessarily just tell people she's doing interpretive dance. Don't tell people she's doing sign language, because if I'm deaf,
Which you not?
right?
you can hear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to a music festival.
You don't
know?
think so?
No.
Yeah.
Would you?
Why?
Yeah, why not?
So the first time I saw that, and it
Brown
was
child?
at a concert, and it was a lady too doing all that stuff. I thought she had Tourette's. I did.
Yeah.
I mean, because nobody was around her, and she's
Yeah.
by herself, and she's
Yeah.
and all that shit. Everybody.
I just didn't understand. When I saw it, it was visually appeasing because I was like, "This is cool." Then I gave it deeper thought, and I said, "Wait a minute. What deaf people's coming to this concert to jam out? Mm-hmm. Is there like degrees of deaf?
It's probably like, yeah.
You
Probably.
could hear just a little.
Yeah.
Like, it's just hard to hear it.
Yeah.
You're not deaf.
But
Maybe it's like legally blind. There we go.
because you're not legally blind. There's a difference between being fully blind and legally blind. Legally blind, you can still see some stuff.
Here's what I want to know.
I'm close.
You know,
I would
and,
know.
and this happens. You know, the legally blind people. It's on their driver license.
Yeah. That's the thing.
It's what?
You see, now that there's an oxymoron if there ever was.
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Legally blind people may get a driver's license.
Yep.
Fully blind people definitely get a piano.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's how you test it. They can't do the C and I chart, you know, but they could be faking just to get the little handicap parking pass. So what you do then is you slide a piano in front of them, say, "Hey, see how you feel about this."
Yeah. See, just put your hands on the keys and see what happens.
Right. You know,
That's a
if it
telltale
comes
sign.
out like, you know, superstition, blind.
Blind. 100% blind.
If it comes out like me playing the piano, he can still see.
Yeah, he can see fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I think that's the case probably with
maybe
Hard
that's
of
who's
hearing
going. Yeah, maybe that's who's going to the
Well,
concert.
dude, you can feel the vibrations, you know? That's the thing about it. You can feel, like, especially if you're at a concert, my
Yeah.
God, just stand beside the speaker.
Maybe you just want to go to like drink and party. Like, have a good
That's
time.
probably what it
Well,
is.
then why would you care about what they're saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Good point.
Or maybe it's a game. Maybe, you know, you get so blitzed and then you have to keep up, you know,
Yeah.
with the sign language.
Well, I
lady.
think,
You're
you
like,
know,
"I can't keep
honestly,
up,
I
it's
think
too
that's what
fast."
happened to Stevie Wonder. You know, he's not even blind. He just, you know, when he was young, started his concert and he wore his sunglasses and
People just been
assume
believing it ever
stuff,
since.
And heck, man, look at him on that piano. and
That's a
stuff,
good
so-
point because I have seen him walk on stage at an award show by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In sunglasses.
Yeah,
In
oh,
a
yeah.
dark room.
Yeah.
Like he's either not blind or he's just really, really hopeful.
Yeah. He's real
That's it.
good at following directions.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Take 7 steps.
Yeah. 6
Don't
paces.
take that 8th one.
and then
Only
pause.
take 7
Pause.
steps.
Find
Yeah.
the mic. Find the mic.
Yeah.
There.
That's another giveaway.
Plus, too, you know, he actually fell off a stage. And then, you know, first thing he said, I saw stars. It told me right then.
Yeah.
What? So,
Yeah.
you know, all this stuff you
How do you
see, you know, you don't believe all of it.
That's another thing that every time he goes to sit down at his piano, he immediately grabs the microphone and pulls it to his face. And it's not like,
Wonder where it's at.
Yeah, nah. Well, maybe, you know, maybe it's one of those things where he's like, okay, if you guys don't put it on my right side and
Yeah.
I can't just reach up and grab it like this, you're fired.
yeah.
I don't
could
know
be.
who you are, but you're fired.
Well, the other thing is, you know, when he goes to, you know, to his piano and sits down, like me and you will sit down and reach for the stool or whatever. He don't do that. He just sits down. Now he's either really trusting,
Yeah.
or he can see that.
I think he's
stool.
probably got the most trust in the world.
Probably.
He must
probably.
have, you know, if he's blind. So
And if he does fire you, I mean, how's he going to know if you left or not? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
just
change-
come back and act
you
like
know.
I
you're
was gonna say
somebody
you change your
else.
voice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. Well, who's that? Oh, that's Jeff.
Yeah.
And not Josh anymore.
No.
Yeah,
Jeff.
I'm Jeff now.
Yeah.
So, okay, Mr. Wonder.
That's all you got to do. Change your voice
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't go to a concert if I was deaf.
Nah, I probably wouldn't either. I'm just saying they
I
probably,
wouldn't go
people
outside a lot if I was
probably do.
deaf, honestly. I'd probably just be indoors most of the time.
Well, you could watch a lot
Doing
of stuff.
Watching TV.
Yeah, reading
Yeah.
reading captions.
Reading, maybe.
Put
on
Reading
closed
caption.
TV.
Yeah.
I'd read the TV a lot.
Some of these things, like, you know, like closed caption, that's cool and everything. Except, like, if you watch golf, you know, in golf, they real quiet and,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Whoosh.
they don't
Swing.
say a lot in between, you know, just, you know. What I guess, you know, you reading that closed caption, well, it's going to be real slow,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You got to read it. You got to read.
Yeah.
It. I think that's probably how they let you know, kind of, what the pace of like a movie is.
Yep.
Like if the words come across the screen like really fast, they're like, oh, hey, ho, what?
Yeah.
But if it's like golf, they're like,
It's like a horse race.
oh, he hit the 9-iron, and it's just
And they'd spell like he's about to putt, and they'd put P-U-U-U-U-U-T-T-T-T-T-T.
Yep.
Now,
But a
that's
horse
at
race or like a
Advanced.
NASCAR race?
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ.
Boogity
no.
boogity boogity! You can't type that fast enough.
No.
I mean, my God! Like, you kidding me?
But there's so many lead changes in a horse race, and it's 45 seconds, and it's over.
Oh yeah, trash bag takes the outside. Oh yeah,
And whoever's keying, it's like, my God, my God, my God. My
can't
God.
keep up.
I bet you it's a blind person.
Yeah, could be. Could be. That was the thing, man. They always had those keyboard covers that would hide the keys from you.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher that I had, I told that story about Andre one time, and the teacher that I had was like, go get some help. I was like, I need to pass this class. She's like, well, hurry up. I'm like, if you take these little covers off, I could see what I'm doing.
I'm typing as fast as I can go.
She's like, pretend like you're Stevie Wonder. I'm like, that's not how it works.
That's not.
You can see.
Yeah, he can see just fine.
Yeah, need the cover.
Well, I didn't, but I saw that and I was like, I'm not going to a concert if I'm deaf. I'm not going outside. I'm not doing a lot if I'm deaf.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, I'm just getting prepared for when I lose my sight.
Yeah.
Because it's coming. I mean, it's
yeah.
coming in hot. It's progressed, gradually over the years. So now, because, getting over that quarter-century mark, I've heard that everything starts going downhill from there.
Where
So
do you hit that half-century mark? It's like they flipped the switch and said, "Oh, you got to tell you can't see anymore."
Yeah, and you 75% done. Can't see, can't hear.
you dilapidated at best.
Oh
At
yeah,
best.
I mean,
Damn, that's a good point. You need to start practicing on the piano.
Yep, I do.
Your ass ain't gonna be able to see too good for too long.
I got to take lessons from Trey.
Yeah.
Keep asking him, but he don't want to teach
You're
me.
gonna have to have
Not
a career
blind
to
enough
fall
yet.
back on, so you need to
Mm-hmm.
tickle some abbeys.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Piano.
Maybe
key,
it gets
not-
easier when you're blind. Maybe I just need to wait till I go fully blind.
Maybe.
Because right now,
just
I
close
can't.
your eyes when you practice.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Oh.
I'll cheat.
I'll open them.
Yeah, I'll open them.
I'll open them. Yeah, dude, you're getting old.
Yeah. I went to, speaking of getting old, I didn't think I would like thrill rides as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little trip to Carowinds yesterday.
Okay, not a sponsor.
I think that's where the term thrill ride might come from.
That's right. I was like, I didn't know. Because when I was a kid, we've gone to Six Flags and Carowinds before. I don't really remember Six Flags, but I remember Carowinds a lot better because I was older. But I don't like roller coasters, mainly because I don't like heights.
Mean too.
But I rode some roller coasters yesterday because,
You was there.
yeah, if you got a fear,
You have
you just need to
matured.
face it head on probably.
Yeah.
And so I did, and got on one. The first one was called the Intimidator.
Okay. There
Oh.
we go.
Dale Earnhardt,
There we go.
R.I.P.
Just held you 3 up the whole time.
Dude, I wanted to, but I was so scared.
Riding.
That's it. When we walked under the thing, you could take a picture with Dale Earnhardt, except he was like 10 foot tall, so I didn't do that. But that was a fun one. So
Yeah.
it got me good and scared to start off with, and then we rode.
When you get on that one, does it have a bar that comes down and like?
It does.
Okay.
And then it has airbags that don't do anything.
Yeah.
They don't deploy, unfortunately. I thought that was a little bit,
Too much.
messed up, but that's just me.
And right before that, they don't say, "All right, we're going in 3, 2." They say, "Raise hell," and everybody says,
Praise Dale.
and then they shoot you down.
And
the
then they
damn thing.
shoot your ass
Yeah.
off. But no, that was a good time. And then we rode one more. It's called the Afterburner. It used to be Top Gun.
What, you got a snack?
You got a snack?
Keep talking.
All right. So we rode the Afterburner, which was is that a loaf? So we rode
My
the
eyes twitching. I
Afterburner.
think my blood sugar's low.
Go ahead and get you a snack. So we rode the Afterburner, and so that was a
Heat
good
that
one.
up for you.
That help you even out.
Yeah, it's fine. Keep going.
Okay. So So we had a good time. Rode a couple of them. And they got. So we rode a couple of those, and it made me feel good because I wasn't as scared as I was when I was a kid. And that's when I realized
that you remember
this is 2 weeks old. No, that I don't mind.
I've never been on a roller coaster because I don't think a lot of times when they see me, they're like, "You're not gonna fit," So I don't even waste my time in the line. You ride roller coasters?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
you ever rode one of them? You ever rode one of them goat coasters?
A goat coaster? Yeah. I don't know what a goat coaster is.
All right, if you go up to Pigeon Forge, they're called, I don't know what they're called, but they're like
mountain
on the side
coasters.
of
mountain coasters.
You know the little seats where you buy
talking about a chair lift?
No. No, it's like it's a one-seater.
It's like you control the speed, so it's got like one handle in the middle.
Yeah,
but you don't steer. It's like a coaster that takes you down, but you control the speed with this handle.
Mm-hmm. But they have it up there where it's in with like a goats on the roof type thing, where you can like pet goats, see them, taunt them, whatever.
Throw food at them, whatever you want.
But if you want to, you can pay. I forgot how much it is, but you can pay extra, and a goat will ride with you down a thing.
Pay extra.
I'd pay extra when you were.
It's something stupid too. It's only like $5. Like it's nothing expensive.
I know where my next vacation's going to be now.
And but I'll tell you this much: you feel a little fear on a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
You've never felt fear until you feel it permeate through a goat into you. And that's real fear.
And that's real fear.
That's true fear right there.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
But yeah, it sits in. You strap into the seat. They give you a helmet, and you control the thing. But they don't it's not like a vest or something they strap the goat to. They just give you the goat, and you hold it with
you. Got to hold
on. Here, hold this goat.
Yeah.
There you go. Here's your passenger. Good luck.
Yeah.
So when you get on this goat coaster, where are you going from and to?
You ride up the mountain on like a chairlift, like you were talking about, and then you ride back down to where the goats are kept in their pen or whatever. Yeah. And
you get to pick your goat.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh boy.
You get to pick out what particular goat you want. That's what makes it cool because you can pick either the most skittish one or you can pick the one that's going to give you a fight.
Fainting goats
or
just regular?
They don't do that.
No fainting goats.
I wish they did, but they don't.
Well, they probably tried and then they realized the fear just makes them pass out.
Yeah.
So it's basically you just holding a goat's carcass at that point. What's the point?
Is it going to wake up? Who knows?
Goat coaster. That's a new one on me now.
But no, it was a good time.
Well, now we have to find one.
Well, now obviously we're going to have to go find one of these goat coasters.
We got a lot on your plate. We don't need to add nothing else to it. We just need to find one, strap these cameras to you, and let you have a time.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Have at it.
We don't need to build it. We don't need to build one. That's what we're saying.
Because if you've heard a goat scream before,
yeah.
And they normally it's just like ah or whatever. Mm-hmm. They scream a whole different way when it's goat coaster fear.
Oh, that fear changes that pitch, that tone. Oh,
they scream mighty different when
like
it's
how they
I
scream.
can't do that.
Yeah,
one.
You can't even replicate.
I can't even replicate
that.
The deer thing is the closest.
Yeah,
but that's not even that doesn't even do it justice.
Yeah.
So.
Oh me.
If you want to know what that sounds like, go get your ass on a goat coaster.
Yep. Find you a goat coaster. Strap in, grab one, take off.
Yep.
You saw some animals the other day.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't the other day. It was it was a couple of years ago, and I was traveling, and I was in Columbia, and
you got to stay out of Columbia.
Went by the zoo,
yeah, that's
and
I
saw something I didn't even know was a thing, but it was Siamese elephants. You ever seen one?
Mm-mm.
Or two? You ever see?
Anything like Siamese cats?
A little set of elephants.
No.
Are they twins? Are they conjoined?
They conjoined.
Oh my God!
In the trunk.
Huh?
Yeah, the trunk's conjoined.
Just the trunk?
Yeah.
No, they couldn't breathe, right?
I don't know how it works. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Hey.
And they could join, in the trunks.
Yeah, I feel like
I didn't even know it was a thing. I mean,
I didn't. Well, that sounds terrifying. Number one.
yeah, I mean,
Also, a sick ass game of jump rope.
yeah. Well, that's exactly what I thought. And
Just saying.
yeah.
and I stopped. He's by the fence at the zoo, and I'm on the road.
No, he's
so I
shunned,
pull over
probably.
and look at these Siamese elephants. Just
Well, now, did they market them, or was it just?
I don't
you
know.
just-
I'm just riding down the road and I see them,
Oh.
so I pull over on the side, where the zoo's at. And these Siamese elephants. I mean, and they joined at the trunk, and I'm thinking, well, they could pull apart. Well, I guess I don't guess they
Oh
can.
no, that's like those Chinese finger traps. Oh,
well,
sorry.
yeah.
Finger traps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else was making them? Those Acme finger traps.
You come out now.
I guess you're right. The harder they pull, the tighter. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I'm just amazed at I didn't even know they had Siamese. I didn't.
I didn't either. That's a new one on me.
Well, that's a what is it? Not a rough draft. That's like a experiment. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that happens for a reason. See if it works out. Because if that's the case, they might start making them like that.
Yeah.
Genetically modifying them.
Did they gear the assembly line up? Say, hey,
Yeah. Hey,
'em
somebody
different.
weld them trunks together.
But you would think if that happened when they were birthed, that someone would have ran up with like a sword and cut them things in half, loosed them.
Well, that's
You
the
would
thing
think.
about it. I feel like if you did, like normally with like a human, they would do that.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as it doesn't endanger either of their lives. So maybe they thought about it and they were like, hey, if we do this, it'll kill them both. Or they can, just be Siamese and have a life. I'm not saying that's I'm not saying that's the right choice. I'm
risk
saying,
it. Yeah.
if
I don't know how it
yeah.
works either. I mean, because elephants use their trunk for everything. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, getting
they
water,
wash
breathing.
themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know how it
Eating.
works. I mean,
Or ladling.
but
But
I'm
they need to
pulled.
start-
I'm pulled over, and I see these two elephants, and I guess it was a rat. That's what it was. But he was on them things, going back and forth between them two elephants. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of fun. It'd been a good cartoon.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, he's probably got his buddies down at the bottom. They're like, go
And
walk the tight
again-
wire.
Again, you failed to video any of this.
Oh yeah. No, see, what happens to
Pretty
me is,
consistent on that.
well, what happens to me, Earl, is I get enthralled with what I'm watching,
Enthralled.
and I'm watching these two elephants with their trunks together, and this mouse walking, or a rat walking back and forth, and I'm thinking, he's like you say, he's jumping rope, or all his buddies on the ground, hey, jump, all this stuff.
Walk the
and,
tight wire.
yeah, and I'm thinking, like these elephants go, "Rrrr," or something like that. They can't do. They go, "Rrrr," or something like that. I mean, I'm just. That's the reason I ain't got my camera.
And like muffle.
See, I'm thinking about this stuff in my head, Earl, so I can't get my camera out. I got too much going on.
What's going on in the head?
Yeah. So
That's my problem.
anyway, but that, it was a good, experience.
Probably what they're going to do is, and that's a good point that you brought up, is that they are like the guy with the T-Rex arms at the comedy show. They're probably going to start making movies because everything's all inclusive now, right?
Oh yeah.
So they're probably like these elephants. Well, they're probably going to make a new like Dumbo, like disabled Dumbo, and this is going to be the start of it. Like, oh, he's got an affliction. Well, what is it? Well, we don't want to say it. We don't want to hurt his self-esteem. But he's conjoined with another one at the trunk. So that's going to
They
be
wouldn't call him Dumbo. They would name it like Einstein's.
Trunko.
Elephant Einstein.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to address the
I like that
elephant
better.
in the room.
Because there's two.
Exactly.
That's right.
Got to address them both.
So you don't want to call him sir, man.
Call
you
them by
just
their
don't
first
know.
name.
Yeah. But they're going to start making movies like that, and those are ultimately going to be the B or C flick movies. Probably the D flick.
I'm thinking
D-flick.
you need to go on down to the S and T's and you
Maybe like a
get
Z.
on down.
X's and on down. No, not X's. Take
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, it's going to be D for disability.
That's right.
Speaking of which, we were talking earlier, and what were we talking about?
You mean earlier?
Roller
Yeah.
coaster. No.
No, we're talking about people who are.
Afflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, flick.
people who get like a government check.
Yeah. Where'd you get that? Is that a different one?
The same one. Yeah.
That's a little.
I just thought we were getting.
I mean, it's a little
done.
dry. It's a little dry. It's okay, but it's a little dry.
I cooked them this morning.
Kept them in the warmer.
Yeah.
In your pocket. That's the warmer.
You thought the podcast hit a little lull there. You sneak that in.
No, I thought my sugar was going down, so I thought, what better than a hot dog?
I'm just saying.
I'm not sure what.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Couldn't be worse than a hot dog.
Yeah,
Well, no,
so-
I saw a couple hot dogs yesterday at Carowinds.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, but like people who I would consider like a hot dog person, because there are a lot of hot dogs, and so there are a lot of normal people and Carowinds. But I feel like when people go to a amusement park,
Was that a proper burial or what?
I didn't want it on camera.
just cover it, put a tent over it.
Yeah, I didn't want it just sitting out there for the world to see.
So I think when you go to a like a thrill attraction, like an amusement park somewhere that has a water park with it, all shame goes out the door.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no shame.
Ain't no pride.
Leave it at the door because you're not gonna need it.
Right.
And dude, there were some people yesterday just not giving a dang, bud.
Yeah.
And it was good to see. I want to see people out there, just not caring what anybody thinks of them.
Letting it all hang out, so to speak.
Literally and figuratively. But hey, I'm not saying I want to see it. I'm saying I just want people to be comfortable with themselves like these were.
Okay.
Because I want to be comfortable with myself like some of these people were.
Oh, I got you.
Was you uncomfortable with these people though?
No.
Well, you
no, it takes a lot to get me uncomfortable. But
Well, what did you see?
I saw a couple manatees. I saw a couple fants. Elephants.
Okay.
And these were just in
Were
the
they
water.
joined together to trunk?
No trunks were touching that I saw.
Oh.
Yeah, what they was doing in the bathroom, that's up to them.
That's up to them. I ain't going in there. But no, it was. I just thought that that was an observation I made. I was like, man, I really need to. I need to get more. More self confident. Like these people.
Yeah.
Because dude, it no shame, dude. There was a young fella out there with a Speedo on.
Damn.
And I was like, and
When you say young fella, you mean?
well, I mean, probably a little bit older than me, but not an old man. Like a probably 35-year-old man. And dude, he was every bit of 400 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, man, he didn't give a dang, bud. And I want to have that. I want to have that confidence. So I guess need to take some notes or something. But I didn't want to take any notes there.
Well, he wanted
Right.
people to see his junk because he ain't seen it. So,
Good point.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Well, I didn't see it either because his belly covered it.
I'm glad
Luckily
you did.
enough, yeah. I didn't want to.
No.
But no, I thought that was that's not, I need to do more of that. I need to
got
do, if you feel, not self-confident, either go to a Walmart or go to Carowinds Waterpark, and you will feel better about yourself.
Yep.
Because you can learn something and you realize, what's going on in the real world.
I'm conflicted over here because I'm
you afflicted?
conflicted.
Oh, conflicted.
Yeah, well, I'm probably afflicted too. There might be a fine line between self-confidence and totally unaware. See, I mean, and, you put the good spin on it. You looked at it from the positive side that these people are self-confident in their physique and their.
I didn't think about that.
Devil's
it
advocate.
could be that the other side is that they just aren't aware of what the hell they're doing.
Right.
Well,
Or what they actually, how they present themselves.
Yeah, how
to
they
other
look
people.
to the world.
now that I think about it, there's probably a lot more of that. And
So,
maybe I don't need to take lessons from those people.
Yeah.
well, that's kind of why I wanted to make sure you understood the difference
Yeah.
between self-confident and totally unaware
That's a good
of
point.
what the hell you're doing.
That's a
And
good
honestly,
point.
that's why you're here, Earl. You're
okay.
hilarious and you're astute, and we need you to save us from ourselves a lot.
A
Because
lot of
Dad's been doing it his whole life, or our whole life,
And he's
I'm ready for a
failed,
handoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he failed miserably.
and he's needing some help.
Yeah.
So
Earl's over there sitting like Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Philosopher.
I think it's areolas.
Areola. That's a nip.
I've been thinking about buying a Seesaw, and
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I don't know, but it's
What
gonna
we
be
gonna
fun.
It's gonna take all of us to be
I was
on the
gonna say,
other
what you
side.
gonna do? You gonna toss Dad and Earl on one side? What do you mean?
I need to cut stuff, and I need. I want like a. I was thinking about like a Ryobi one.
You talking about C-section?
No,
You talking about a circular saw?
no, Seesaw.
Sawzall?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I wanted to ask Earl which Sawzall would be a good one. I thought it was Seesaw.
Okay, yeah. So now I've got to recalibrate my whole brain
That's right.
to get
So
all
we
the
trying to figure out this
seesaw.
seesaw how's gonna work. Then where we gonna put it?
Launch.
What? And who's gonna be on the other end?
I just
of
need to
you?
cut some stuff. I don't need a damn.
Need
So
a Dremel tool.
you want your you got Ryobi battery powered stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just stick with the Ryobi.
Because you got
So
the
you
batteries.
batteries.
Yeah. I just want to make sure it had. Do they have one that's got like a pull crank on it? Real strong one.
Mm-hmm.
They got electric. And
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. If what I'm cutting through, I need the power.
What, you breaking out of jail or
You
something?
need a chainsaw?
Maybe I should buy a chainsaw.
well, I tell you what, I've got a
cutting?
Craftsman battery powered
Okay.
Sawzall with numerous variety of style of blades
Okay,
that you're welcome to try and see if it'll do what you want to do.
there we go.
What do you want to do, by the way?
Build a seesaw.